congratulations for being part of such an amazing show. So I was wondering if you could start off by telling our listeners a little bit about how you became involved with Shake, Rattle and Roll.
Yeah, sure. I had actually done a few other shows with Dion and Randall, who are the production company that produced Shake, Rattle and Roll, and then an opening became available, and I guess the rest is history, essentially. So I've been in the show since 2014, I believe.
Awesome. So it is such an iconic show. Like I said, what does it feel being part of the 30th anniversary of such a stunning show?
To be honest, it feels really magical, and just to be part of something really special. So I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of it, and just to be able to perform alongside so many other talented dancers and singers and performers. It's an incredible group of people, and just such a special and wonderful show to be part of.
So going back to when you first joined in 2014, what was it about the show that made you want to be part of it?
I think it's such an institution. As you said, we're now at the 30th anniversary mark, so it's a show that stands the test of time, and I think it appeals to a whole bunch of really diverse audiences and age ranges. So I think that's why it's managed to span 3 decades. And that's pretty special. I can't think of many shows that are able to go past 5 years, let alone 30.
And have you seen the nature of the audience change over the years, as in like the younger generation coming along as well? Because one of the things I find with musical theatre these days is there's such a wide variety of people that attend, from people in their 70s right down to teenagers and kids. Have you found that with the audience over the years?
Yeah, spot on. Absolutely. I think there's certainly a desire and hunger from a younger generation, for sure. I think probably with Transparency, it was a more mature crowd when I joined, and now the audiences are... It's a real split and a mix, and they're progressively becoming younger and younger, which is really exciting, because it just means we could be talking in 10 years now
exactly.
about the 40th anniversary for Shake, Rattle and Roll.
What do you think makes it such a timeless show? Is there something about it that you think captures that magic that makes audiences want to keep coming along to see it?
Yeah, I think, look, the era of that 50s and 60s rock and roll, diner, grease, lightning, esque element of it is such a pure time musically, and I think, as a society, it was a really innocent and pure time before technology and social media and all of those things. It was just a very genuine, authentic time. So I think that resonates with audiences. I think it's nice to kind of just put your phone on silent and just go back to a time where things were so wholesome.
So tell the audience a little bit about the parts that you play in this musical, because you're in some of the most stunning parts of the production. So tell our listeners a little bit about your role in the production and what parts you play.
I am the female singer in Shake, Rattle and Roll. The rest is some amazing male entertainers. So I play the part of Doris Day, essentially, but also I have some really nice duets. We do a Grease mega mix, and it's really nice to be part of some songs in which the dancers are heavily featured, and just some of the most beautiful visuals and choreography. So it's a nice musical break and segue between the gentlemen of the show and the pure dance numbers. So it's a nice little point of difference in that sense.
So Grease and Doris Day, they are to a person and a film that everybody knows. Was that difficult for you to approach that, knowing that they are such well-loved parts of pop culture?
I definitely probably felt an element of pressure initially when I first joined Shake, but I think now it just feels like home. I think I've been part of the show and the production for 8 years now, so it feels like a family. And every time I see the cast and we're in another city doing another incredible run of shows and tour, It is. It's a little family away from home. So, no, I probably don't feel the pressure as much anymore. But, yes, I mean, they're big shoes to fill. It's quite a high standard to live up to, I guess. Did
you grow up a Doris Day fan?
I did. Do you know what? My first ever musical theatre show I did Calamity Jane, and I was the part of Calamity Jane, Doris Day. So, yeah, I've been a big fan from way back when.
And of course Grease as well. That's a film that I'm pretty sure we all watched when we were growing up. What was that another film that you loved growing up?
Oh, I was obsessed with Grease growing up. I think it was probably the first taste of a musical theatre mixed in with a big Hollywood, cinematic experience. So I think it was a really nice blend of the both, and I was hooked. Call me obsessed after that.
Now, you're probably the right person to ask this question to, because I read a book during the lockdowns that had a look at different myths and beliefs about different Hollywood films, and one of the ones I came across was about Grease. And apparently there is a myth or a belief that the end sequence where the car flies is actually an indication that they've actually died, that they've been dead since the start of the film, and it's a dream sequence. Talking about when Sandy talks about nearly drowning at the beach, there's this myth now that apparently that they did actually drown and that they're going to heaven at the end of the film. Have you heard that myth, and what do you think about it?
That is such a wild take on it, and that makes me want to go and rewatch the film. I haven't heard that, but I love those conspiracy theories that go around. That's really intriguing. What a wild notion.
Well, apparently it came out of the myth came out of a screenwriting conference where they said there was no other explanation for why the car flies at the end, because for the rest of the film everything is so realistic, and then all of a sudden it goes into like a fantasy kind of slant.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you've got me so intrigued right now. Well, I'll have to, you know what, I'm going to get off this call and I'm going to be Googling that straight away.
Yeah. I know, and I've mentioned it to other people and they're like, I've never really thought about that scene at the end before, but yeah, then when you think about it.
Me too, because I think there's so much going on in the movie that you're fairly kind of distracted and invested in the other portions that you've just been on a journey with the characters. But you're right, that scene never kind of made sense to me, but then I didn't kind of put a lot of currency into it either, because I just thought, wow, what an epic thing that I've just watched.
Definitely. Now, bringing it back to Shake, Rattle and Roll, tell us a little bit about the amazing cast that you get to work with, because you get to work with some of the best people in the industry that bring this show together.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got an incredible cast of entertainers. So we've got Anthony Petrucci that plays our Elvis type role within Shake, Rattle and Roll. We've got Glenn Craven, I like to call him our little comic comedian. Glenn has been part of it, along with Rick Charles. They've been part of it since the first inception of Shake, Rattle and Roll. So 30 years. Can you believe that?
Wow. That is amazing.
And they certainly don't look old. So they must have been 2 years old when they joined. So we've got Anthony, Glenn, also Rick Charles, as I mentioned, Jonathan Guthrie Jones, who's an incredible singer and performer and a whole lot of fun. And I think Jonathan and Glenn kind of play pseudo-hosts of Shake, Rattle and Roll, essentially. So I think the audience really goes on a journey with them, and a lot of jokes and a little bit of a walk down memory lane with Shake, Rattle and Roll, which is exciting. And then, of course, we've got the incredible dancers of Shake, Rattle and Roll, which are absolutely world-class and have been featured on Dancing with the Stars. So it's just an incredible cast and portfolio of entertainers.
Yeah, I was going to mention the dancers because I am looking down the list of the qualifications and the achievements of the dancers, and I'm seeing Dance Academy, So You Think You Can Dance, Dirty Dancing, Strictly Ballroom, a World Salsa champion, a Highland dancing champion. It is such an amazing dancing troupe that you've been able to put together. But what's it like for all
Yeah.
of you when you welcome new members to the cast? That must be exciting for you as a performer when you see new people come on board.
Always. Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing like some fresh energy and blood in the mix. So I'm always really excited when new people come on board, you know, as is everyone. We're actually really nice, friendly, warm and welcoming crew. So, no, it's really exciting when you get some new talent, and it just adds just a little kick of something different within the show as well.
So, Jamie, I have to ask before I go, I know we are wrapping up very, very quickly, but I'd love to ask just before I go, what would you like to say to people out there who are thinking about heading along and checking out the 30th anniversary tour of Shake, Rattle and Roll?
You need to buy your tickets. I know that a lot of venues have already sold out as well, so get on the website, shakerattleandroll.com.au, have a look at the tour dates, get your tickets. You won't regret it. It'll be the best thing you do. Buy some tickets as presents too. They make for an incredible gift for somebody as well. And the perfect gift for all ages.
Yeah.
Don't delay. Get on it. 1-800-SHAKE-RATTLE-AND-ROLL. No, that's not a real number. Don't call that number. Head to the website.
And one of the great things to do as well, if you know someone whose birthday is coming up, I've been doing this a lot just recently. I'll buy a ticket for myself and I'll buy a ticket for my friend whose birthday it is that's coming up. Head along together, and it's an amazing night out. For all of our listeners out there, we will put the link to the website on our website, so you'll be able to find out where to get those tickets from. Jamie, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today. It's been an honor having you on the show, and I can't wait to check out this show again.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks so much, Dave. I appreciate your time.